We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
44. Ready. 22.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. When you look at this Bronco defense, coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones that when a receiver catches it on the run, those can really hurt a defense.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Two is going to change things up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 50 yards.
That's a 17-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On play action, here's Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And bulldozing his way through. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A huge play there for Denver. 44 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Off the play fake, here's Nix. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a hole. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Time on three, kick.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's Tua. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
First down and goal to go.
Tua sets up to pass it. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Achane will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
Sometimes offensive you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A huge play there for Denver. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Bombers, ball 11.
Here's Nix. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Solo left Zion.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down.
14 yards on the play. That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Let's go.
Looking to pass. Tua. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. The Dolphins are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer.
And got his man complete. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
And he comes back with one complete. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Touchdown, Denver.
A great effort there. 72 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Broncos 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the gun, it's Tua. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Achane gets it from the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
21G, 21G. Solo left Zions.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
How about you? 18. Ready, shot.
Again, it's Achane. 20. 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
2nd and 10. Throwing Nix. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. 3rd and 19. Now it's Nix. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Yeah, the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Broncos first and goal at the 8-yard line.
To throw is Nix. He'll swing this out to Harvey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Nix to the air. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally throw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Running left, Achane. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 12.
It's safe. Go ahead.
Tua going to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Turbo one, high. Long. Hey, 20.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 37. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Tua. Now he's going to step up and run. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the 1st down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Able to slither by. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Nix. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Scott. Watson, Oscar. 21G, 21G. Connor, long, let's go.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. A final shot before break. Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go into the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
During the week, the special teams coach puts together a game plan that he presents to the head coach. And in every game plan, there's one big play that he points to the head coach and says, listen, when we need it, we can go to it. I think they did exactly that on that one.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 46.
2nd and 6. A short throw to Ingram. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Good for Broncos. First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. The 20, 5, and all the way home for a Broncos score. R.J. Harvey, 46 yards. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again, they've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Open man downfield is Hill. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 24-yard touchdown. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now they'll go with a reverse. Fighting through the tackle at the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Middle.
Second and 3. And his throw here's incomplete.
Intended for number 81. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 3 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. That's taken in by Franklin. There he goes, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Broncos 28.
And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Ready.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Go right here. Ready, team. What's that?
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3. At the Broncos 18-yard.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Now a first and 10 at the 11.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there with an amazing diving catch. And the Dolphins are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes a reverse. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. He goes 86 yards on the kick return. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Dolphins 49, Broncos 35.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
Well, fit me for a neck brace, partner. One kickoff return in one direction for a touchdown, and the other one, they almost broke going back the other way.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Running right, here's Achane. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's second and inches at the 23-yard.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua. That's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane from 17 yards out. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the...
That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. 76 yards. And the Broncos are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Now the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Up the middle, Achane. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
Turbo 3, turbo 3. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Hey! Scat. 20, TX. 21G, 21. Out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Nix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun is Nix. Under pressure, and down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
Bombers. Away.
They're going. It's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right, go. Ready.
They'll give this to Achane. Down to about the 22 here. 72 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Throwing Nix. Quick hitter here, it's complete. There goes a gain of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Brings up 3rd and 14.
To throw, here's Nix. He's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Going quickly out to the right side. And some space here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Nix to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Franklin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Denver.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To throw is Nix. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now he'll give it up on the reverse. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Nick's going to keep this himself. And he finds a man in the crossing route. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Broncos 1st down.
Now it's Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36.
Here we go. 1st down. It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Broncos.
Back to the air with Nix. Touchdown, Broncos. A.J. Brown, 35 yards. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The Broncos will
They'll try and throw for it. Nick's going to keep this himself. And this one incomplete. So they wait for the 2, they don't get it. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need,
and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Their own 32-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been and that's caught inside the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Nix to the air. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visited and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Miami, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.